Uh, Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the Football Stooges. Depressed Bengals fan, Lob here. Fuck Goodell, fuck this game, fuck everything, I don't know. I'm pissed, I'm upset. There's a lot of things that are going on wrong that we'll cover. But yeah, this is the Football Stooges. Welcome to the weekly football podcast of three idiots talking about football in the most dumbass way possible. We're going to bring it to you live. We're going to recap last week's conference championships, give you a preview of, can't really do the Pro Bowl, so I guess we'll look more at the NFL awards. We'll take a look at the finalists, give our predictions, say who should have won, who could win, recency bias, and all that. We'll give a quick little look at the Super Bowl, not a huge one, because again, we'll have a episode next week that'll be a more deep dive in the Super Bowl, but we'll give you a on the cuff, on the overlook preview. But again, this is the Football Stooges. Make sure you like the video or the podcast. Make sure you ask questions in the YouTube chat. That way we can answer them. We'll do our best to answer questions after every episode. But again, I can't do this myself. There's three Stooges. And without further ado, a man who is pumped, happy, rocking, jamming out, probably going to burn down half of his fucking local city because Philly's going to the Super Bowl. Mastodon.
Let's get a party started. Let's get a party going. Let's get a party all night.
Oh no, there goes the Yingling. He's back from COVID and it go down the Yingling. I drank 1 beer. What? 2 beers. What? 3 beers. What?
I'm already at 5 bottles and 2 cans down.
1 can. What? 2 cans. What? Okay.
What?
All right.
This is the last bottle.
And
he's already got a Yingling.
Here's Mamba. First of all, we gotta address some off-the-field issues. We're not gonna talk off-season until the off-season starts. There are a couple things that happened off the field today that we'll have to get into. But one of which is that I don't know what he or she does. I don't know. All I know is that this person, Jeffree Star, is a popular individual in makeup culture, and I want to tread lightly here because I don't know how he or she identifies, but Jeffree was born a man and recently went on a plane trip with someone to Wyoming that he claimed was in the NFL, or Jeffree claimed was in the NFL. And people have been, Barstool Sports itself has been scouring over this, and there was a picture that Jeffree took with this person as his back was to the mirror. You couldn't see anything. He had a sweatshirt and pants, jeans on. You can only see the top of his ears. And people have dead ass identified this man as Cole Kmet. So as a Bears fan,
I'm confused. What's happening?
I am actually confused too.
You guys have not heard about this. You guys really haven't heard about this.
No, because
it's been
I don't
all
give
over
a fuck
social.
on that one.
It's all over social media.
Please enlighten me.
So Jeffree Star, who's big into YouTube makeup tutorials, apparently. I had to look up who this person was because I had no idea. Is a guy, right? And
Okay.
Jeffree went on a trip with an NFL player and tweeted, "I'm with my
Cole
NFL
Kmet.
person." Yeah, you can look up the picture. If you look up Jeffree Star and Cole Kmet, there's a picture of Jeffree Star holding hands with somebody, and Jeffree tweeted, "This is me going to Wyoming with my NFL boo." And Cole Kmet apparently has a girlfriend/wife at the time. People were scouring trying to figure out who this was. There were guesses of Justin Herbert, guesses of Cliff Kingsbury, guesses of Tom Brady, guesses of Aaron Rodgers. It was looking through the Instagram, TikTok, Twitter feeds of all this. It was people were doing a hit list of who is it. They were looking at veins in hands.
Who Jeffree Star is. Okay.
Yeah, they were looking at veins in his hand, in the hand that he was holding, to try to figure out who it was. So they were looking at, is this a birthmark or is this where the IV goes in? Well, Justin Herbert has something similar, unless where an IV goes in, so I can't identify it. He has a slightly raised knuckle here, and that's because of the position of his hand. Then they started looking at the shape of his ears and the lobes. Were they detached or were they unattached? And it was basically what I'm trying to say is that Cole Kmet apparently is foregoing some of the like late season stuff with the Bears and is flying out and apparently had or has a girlfriend and is doing this now. So as a Bears fan, how does this news strike you?
Interesting.
So this is your best receiver, probably.
Is he?
Better than Chase Claypool.
Well, that's true. Fair. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I saw a lot of Bears fans pissed off, and a lot of them probably prejudiced ones. A lot of prejudiced ones pissed off and were like, trade him, move him. You know, we shouldn't be doing this in the off season. And I was like, I don't know. So I don't know if it struck you big as a Bears fan.
Their season was done like fucking forever ago. Like, who cares?
Their season was done in August.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was
look at you, depressed Bengals fan wearing a Michigan shirt.
Yeah. Well,
this is the internet. You can tell like they go into random shit for no reason.
Well, yeah, we go into random shit.
I'm talking about this as a person that goes on a 1D4 chan.
Also, Mastodon, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, we need video of you burning down Philly, please.
I am not near it. I will shotgun a couple beers for you.
The gang heads to Philly.
Will you, in true Philly fashion, grease a local light post and climb it?
The apartments won't like that.
The apartments won't like that.
The apartments.
Yeah,
that's some Pittsburgh talk. That's some Pittsburgh talk right there, out of a Philly fan.
We mean Pittsburgh talk.
That's some Pittsburgh talk. You know what I mean?
You're too kind as a Philly fan.
You know what?
Oh, the apartment doesn't like it.
Because I want my security deposit. That's why. I'm a cheap motherfucker. I know I'm an engineer, but I don't give a fuck.
You want your security deposit, and how much money do you have down in Warhammer figures?
I
don't keep count. I'm not good with numbers.
Take that security deposit out and get that Warhammer stuff.
For what I brought to my brothers was at least $2,000. Well, my brother gave me most of the stuff because someone gave it to him. I will admit that one. My Imperial Guard army, for most of it, was someone gave it to him. But I will say it's at least $2,000 what I brought down to my brothers for how much other stuff. So I'm out $3,000, maybe a little bit more. And that's over a 6-7 year span too.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, oh, I got all of this stuff all at once. No, it was over the years.
Right. Okay. Anyway, let's get back on football track. We'll start with obviously the games and everything that came up. This is the nearly complete playoff bracket. As you can see, the championship games were played Sunday. First one up, Eagles and Niners, and it was basically no contest. Eagles walked all over the Niners on their way to their first Super Bowl since 2019?
2017-2018, yeah.
2017-2018,
Yep.
And Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs finally make it over the hump that is the AFC Championship that they get to every year, but only made it to the Super Bowl the past couple of seasons. So they are now back in the Super Bowl.
This is their third in 4 years.
True.
That is true.
Yep.
True.
2020, 2019, 2020, and then this year.
Yeah, but they've been to 5 straight AFC Championships and only have so far.
2020 was against Brady. What was the other one? It was against Niners?
Against San Fran in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then,
who's their quarterback at that time? I don't remember.
San Fran's quarterback.
Garoppolo. It was Garoppolo.
Yeah, still Garoppolo.
It was Garoppolo. Because they got Trey Lance in 2020.
But the Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship 5 times, 5 times in a row, and they only have 1 Super Bowl, I believe, to show for that.
1 Super Bowl win.
Right. Well, yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I know.
Getting the Super Bowl, not winning it as a Bengals fan.
All right.
Been there 3 fucking times, and we run into Matt Stafford, Joe Montana, and Joe Montana. Fuck them.
Okay, I have to say this. This is an Andy Reid.
It is hard to get to the Super Bowl, so
yeah. But also, this is Andy Reid coach team. Look. All right. Look. Okay, who's the head coach for Kansas City? Andy Reid. who was he coached for before? They went to 5 NFC championships with like 3 in a row. The Eagles. He only made it to 1, and he lost to the Patriots in that.
Why did you guys fire him?
It was time. No. In all seriousness, it was less of like, oh fuck you. It was time to, like, after a while, a coach does lose a bit of stuff. So it was time. I know Chip Kelly sucked.
Well, he definitely wasn't losing any pounds of all those burgers he eat.
Well, he did try to lose some weight before. But no, like, in all seriousness, they let Andy Reid finish out the season. Like, everybody expected, like, okay, start of the season was bad. They got to fire Reid at the end of the season in like 2010, 2011. They let him finish off. They had a good, like, goodbye. Reid had no, like, anything. He had nothing bad against the team or anything. It was just no grudge or anything like that. It was just, it was time. Like Philly fans still love Andy Reid. Like, in all seriousness, you get some bad people, but every Philly fan, if you ask them how's Andy Reid, they're like, fucking love him. Like,
yeah, phenomenal coach.
It was just, he finally got his time to get the Super Bowl win as a head coach, because he technically has 2 Super Bowl rings, because he was like a quarterbacks coach or offense coordinator with Green Bay, and Favre won it.
Poor Favre was stealing millions of dollars from poor people in Mississippi. Hot damn.
Who gives a fuck about Mississippi?
Oh, shots.
Bro,
Take
they're literally
Mississippi straight from...
The entirety of the state is in fucking poverty, dude.
Yeah, the entirety state
It's a
just
poverty
became...
state.
The entirety of the state that listens to this show, which is exactly 0 people, probably is now Kansas City fans. So...
No.
Yeah, so we have the Super Bowl set up. It's the Kelsey Bowl, which a lot of people have started scratching their heads about, because, out of nowhere, this podcast starts up with both the Kelsey brothers, about their time in the NFL and with each other. They just talk about random things and have guests. And it's an NFL podcast that does really well and isn't as raunchy as the Pat McAfee show. And then all of a sudden it starts gaining traction. And then the Super Bowl is between the Kelsey brothers. And so a lot of people are theorizing that the NFL is trying to make a new popular podcast that isn't the Pat McAfee show. A lot of people are saying there's rigged items in a bunch of these games. People were very confused about the outcome of San Francisco, and maybe they thought that game was natural, and then the Kansas City Bengal game was not. What? I'm not really one of those people, but there's a lot of theories going and spinning around that I've seen on the web right now. But
can I please say this? If it was rigged, you would either have the Bengals, San Fran Super Bowl for a third rematch, and also the Brock Purdy story, and also Joe Burrow, or Bills 49ers. All right, there you go. There goes your theory.
No, I think if it was the Kelsey Bowl thing was an interesting take on it, though.
I don't think the
NFL's trying to match fix games. Like, come on.
Yeah. Plus also, how many people besides Philly wanted the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
I did.
Only Philly. I'm being serious. They already won the Super Bowl against Brady. There you go. Done. People wanted the Bengals to win it. I'm actually being serious on this because
we got to do it
Burrow.
Against Mahomes now.
Yeah,
I know, but I mean,
next up and coming Brady.
Will I admit refs are incompetent at times? Like, a lot of times, yes, they are incompetent.
Anyone remember was it what's their name?
Saints.
Yeah,
Rams.
the Saints Rams game where the Rams player just
defense passing interference. Yeah, that's because they're
right,
fucking incompetent and actually have no.
Well, the NFL doesn't have professional refs. They need to make professional refs. The NFL brings in so much money.
Part time.
Yeah, the NFL brings in so much money that the refs should be paid a pretty good wage, and if the more you pay for something in a competitive, non-monopolized market, the better it is. I don't want to get into economics, God forbid, but that tends to go
actually
in that direction.
I just
you have to pick the right people because you have Angel Hernandez for MLB.
True, but imagine there's a referee school and there's constant referee trainings, they can focus their career around that instead of being, I got to be a doctor or a lawyer or a sales agent or a insurance agent.
Hold on,
whatever.
I just googled this. I actually googled this. Apparently, the average amount a ref earns is $205,000.
$205,000 a year.
Yeah, per year.
I mean, that is fairly good.
So good.
I'll link it to you.
Still,
no, I mean,
I'll link it to you.
But still, I think it should be a little more.
That pay is fine, but the biggest issue is I think that should be their career, not their side gig, because pretty darn good side gig, obviously, that you have to put a lot of hours into pre-NFL. These guys, they're not pulling Joe Schmo out of accounting and throwing them into the football field. No, these guys have to be able to referee at the Pee-wee, the high school.
You have a point about more training and stuff like that. I guess you have a point there where, like, during the day they could go through trainings and stuff like that, and then obviously when Sunday comes around, then they're reffing the games.
But like, what are NFL players doing every day?
Huh? They're practicing.
They don't
practice
unless you're Kurt Warner. You don't have a second job bagging groceries at Kroger. No. You are not the 80s NFL from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or longer. You are the guy that is your entire life revolves around the NFL in some way, shape, or form. To a healthy degree. Obviously, you can't do it 24/7, but it's damn near close to that. So why aren't
NFL
the refs
players
having
get
a similar
paid
job?
$1 gajillion? So,
well, yes, but also that's because their careers
difference.
are a lot shorter. The average NFL career is like 5 years,
4 years,
4 or 5 years. Yeah.
I will have to say this
like a day and a half.
I will have to say this too. What doesn't help some of the NFL rules for penalties are very subjective, which does not help. There's no clear thing for some of that stuff. It does not help. Like how they try to change some of the I don't know. I would say
pass interference is just based on how violent it looks.
Yeah, and roughing the passer too.
Yeah. Or sorry, pass interference and roughing the passer, Because I mean, I'll go back to it, and obviously these were 2 goals against the Bengals, but there was a defensive pass interference against Mike Hilton, and he made a play just like Logan Wilson made the same play in the Super Bowl, and both got called. Is that you take your hand and you have it around the guy's waist, and then you use that to kind of pull yourself to the side and extend with your other arm further in front, but because you have an arm wrapped around him, it's like a hook, but he didn't pull, the hips didn't turn. He just had the arm there to brace himself so he didn't fall into the receiver, but they still called it. And then holding. A lot of times a guy will do a swim move on the edge, and the tackle can't do anything but just stick his arm in the position and try to push forward. And so a lot of times, many times, if you guys might have even seen it, Trey Hendrickson would swim around the edge, and then all of a sudden he'd just have an arm in his neck, and he would be fighting through it as much as he could. And props to him. Trey Hendrickson doesn't bitch and moan to refs. He just goes out there and he plays. But at the same time, if I was Zach Taylor, I would be looking at the refs like, can you watch my left end just getting clothesline every play like he's Steve Austin in the ring against Randy Orton? Please.
I would say that is holding, because how the offensive line is taught is the inside. They hold on the I like holding, but holding on the inside of the pads rather than outside.
Right. The second you get your arms at or wider than your shoulders, it's usually wider than your shoulders, it's holding. Especially if they're like shoulder to shoulder in a straight line with you, where your shoulders are all stacked, and it's like here, that's like textbook. But I mean, there were some missed calls, kind of on both sides, but I seem to be a lot more on the Bengals that people have kind of been pointing out. It's also because people don't want to see Kansas City in the Super Bowl. But let's go ahead and just do what we do and break down the stats. Let's start with probably
how long has it been already?
Probably the worst NFC Championship game I've seen in a long time. This game was boring. Even as an Eagles fan, Macedon, you must have admitted this was, even though your team was killing, you were like, this is...
Yes. I was happy about the Eagles, but I do feel bad for Brock Purdy, because that, like, it wasn't we're going to headhunt Brock Purdy or hurt him. It was just the ball and how he had his ball in the air. Hassan Reddick tried to hit the ball, but he hit the arm just right to actually hurt that elbow.
Yeah, I mean, y'all murdered a whole ass man, dude.
They murdered the O-line. The fucking Hassan Reddick, true. Josh Sweat, Jason Hargrave, the whole D-line just basically murdered that O-line. I'm sorry. Like, that fucking Eagles D-line just fucking manhandled everyone.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you guys sent Hassan Reddick to the side. Trent Williams wasn't on every play. You moved him to left end and kept him there.
I mean, there's a reason
and they
why
tried to
you guys
block him with a backup to George Kittle because George Kittle's
nation.
Brock Purdy's favorite target. So, I mean, yeah. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get the beginning of this recap started with a little Trap House Sports.
The Eagles was not fucking around today at all. But they came out there with dark skin, Easy. I mean, Uzi don't kind of look like Maurice from Madagascar. But they had a whole fucking eagle out there. The eagle off a perk. That right there is when I knew that this game was about to get wicked. This game starts off with Jalen Hurts, the physical embodiment of a tucked-in polo shirt, throwing an absolute fucking bomb down the field to Wiz Khalifa. Devontae Smith about as skinny as that damn orange pylon right there. Devontae Smith looked like one of them bugs off ants. Looked like one of them ants off of Bug's Life. Real quick, the Eagles get in for the touchdown, and I be damned. You got some outlandish behavior going on. Hey, yo, Jason Gibson, what the fuck is that? She had me flabbergasted, but now this flabbergasted is Brock Purdy. Hassan fucking Reddick. He attacked that man with the aggression of 6 chihuahuas. Brock Purdy tore a ligament in his weenus. Had to put in his Josh Johnson, and he 46. First postseason completion after 15 years. That's what's up. Shout out to him. Yo, bro, take a look at Maga Bosa right here with this goddamn. That is a chupacabra. 49ers get the ball back. They put it in the hands of one of their best players, and got where you take a look at this. Look at this white man run the ball. I ain't seen a white man run like that since Indiana Jones. I ain't seen a white man run like that since Joe Biden running away from his student loan debt forgiveness promise. I just know after every play he say this, he'd be like, nah, that's how a white man runs the football. Boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin here used to look like a knee. Shit was round and profound like a shoulder. His helmet ain't got no padding in it. It's just a helmet. That's it. Just the outside. And will I be damned before you know it, the Eagles in for another score. Oh shit, the 49ers got the ball. Wait a minute. No, they don't! Hassan Reddick was going bro, look at this motherfucker. Hassan Reddick off a perk. Look at his face. You can just see the perk just sitting there. It's all that right there is just Percocet. Before you can think, blink, or fart, the Eagles get in for another fucking touchdown. Oh, well, I be damned. They score again. Motherfuckers just kept on scoring. That shit was starting to get wicked, bro. The 49ers started trying to do anything, bro. They even called me, asked me if I wanted to be quarterback. I say, hell no. I was still mad at how they did the Cowboys. CMC took a page directly out of Andy Dalton's handbook and threw that ball directly to the fucking grass. And just like that, the Eagles are your NFC champions. Bro, what the hell is this? Bro, what the fuck is this? Here we go. Here goes some good vibes, bro. Shout out to the Eagles, man. I still fucking hate the Eagles, but hey, you know what I'm saying?
He's a Dallas fan, that's why.
Well, Dallas wasn't going to go anywhere, so fuck them.
No, I mean, yeah. So end of the game, as you guys can probably tell by this, Philadelphia Eagles 31, San Francisco 49ers 7. Eagles dominating in the Link in their final game of the season at Link. They show out and show up. Jalen Hurts, 15 for 25, 121. No touchdowns, no picks, only 1 sack for 0 yards since they were already on the 1. For San Francisco, passing was rough. Brock Purdy went 4 for 4, 23 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. And
good job, Brock, until you died.
Hassan Reddick came in, put a hand on the ball, clean play, nothing dirty about it, put a hand on the ball as Brock was throwing it. Brock's arm got cocked backward and did a really bad, overextended pitching motion. He ended up tearing his ulnar collateral ligament, which is a ligament on the inside portion of your elbow. He is out until the season after next. So you will not see Brock Purdy in 2023. You will see Brock Purdy in 2024.
Wait, I thought it was just the off seson.
They said Brock Purdy won't play this entire season because he has to have surgery.
Here's the thing, though.
Fix
the reason why I heard this from somewhere from the Tom Grossi show and That's Good Sports. I don't know if you guys watch any of them. They're part of Your Name Tree. They go on Clickbait Sports. They know them. It's weird of Adam Schefter being weird of trying to go some doctor outside the organization, he needs Tommy John surgery. Tommy John surgery is basically a whole at least 9 to 12 months. That's usually pitchers from MLB gets Tommy John.
Wait, but UCL, you need a Tommy John surgery?
Can if depending on what it is.
But some people severity.
And apparently there's doctors inside the San Fran organization. They're like, it's not Tommy John. It's a 3-month repair or something. Not restructure.
Some sources have said 3. Other ones that are more reliable have said 6 to 8, and some have said 12. But the predominant going forward thing right now is 6 to 8, which would mean he would basically miss the majority of the season and would not be back until late 2023, early 2024. Because it's already February.
Dude, that would suck if he has to get Tommy John.
That means he wouldn't be back until basically November.
April, May, June, July.
He's
Massive.
counting on his fingers, dude.
2 plus 8 is 10. 10th month of the year is October. He'd be back in October, November.
Man's counting with his fingers, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
so
funny.
Brock is going to be out at least for a while. So then Josh Johnson came in, who has played on 13 NFL teams in the time that he's been in the NFL. He's also older.
XFL champion.
XFL, USFL.
Yep.
USFL.
He is 36
That's
years old.
I love how they list him questionable.
Yeah.
It's like questionably not coming back.
Yeah. So he played against Philly, obviously, which was the NFC Championship. Before that, his first game was against Arizona, which was when? 2022.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
that
last
was
game
a
he played
bad.
in. These his only 2 starts. He had a start against Tampa Bay. No, a game against Tampa Bay and a game against Philly. That's it.
Because
Or
they were destroying
2022.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, they
Oh,
were
no, this is
destroying Tampa
2022.
Bay. Yeah, they were destroying Tampa Bay. So they're like, hey, we'll put Josh Johnson in for a couple plays in the fourth quarter because
Oh,
we're destroying
right,
Tampa Bay. Yeah, that's what it was. And then 2021, he played for.
Look at stats. I don't know. Look at.
Excuse me.
That was disgusting. We heard that.
I didn't push it. I didn't.
So he
I
played-
didn't push it.
So he played for Tampa Bay for 3 years, then Cleveland for 1, Cincinnati for 1, then played for Washington for 1, New
Yes.
York Jets, then Baltimore, then San Francisco. Then also, he
Yeah,
played
that's a
for-
huge gap from 2013 to 2018.
Yeah, I think he was
Fucking
playing in some
massive.
minor leagues and stuff like that. So
Well, he went to like 13 different teams as like
yeah,
a third string.
he's been around. So this guy is a constant third or fourth string or practice squad quarterback that was thrown into this position, and he's a scrambling quarterback. He's basically what Lamar haters say Lamar is. Can't really pass the ball crazy well, but can run. But he's also older, so his athleticism is fading, and he didn't do that great and ended up getting tackled, also fumbled, and he had a concussion. So that left Brock Purdy to go back in with his arm feeling like a TV static, his arm feeling, like a LaCroix,
Ooh.
and just was throwing the most check down of check down passes. I mean, these
The
things
man
were
couldn't
like,
grip the ball.
yeah, these things were like
I don't think-
3 or 4 yard little, like just like throwing it, and there was nothing behind that ball. There was
Yeah,
nothing.
I think he only thrown once after that injury. Not Josh Johnson, but Brock Purdy only thrown once.
He
after that.
completed it.
He did, yeah.
He
He
went
went
yeah,
4 for
he
4.
did.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
but I'm saying he only thrown once. He just handed off most of the time.
So
yeah, to
the
Christian.
linsanity of the NFL has come to a close for now. Whether or not it resumes, we don't know. Chris McCaffrey also went 0 for 1 on that really long pass that just didn't go anywhere. Honestly, they should have just played Wildcat. They should have played like honestly, they should have turned back and just played like a really athletic D1 football program that just has a million athletes. Just play that football. But McCaffrey went off 15 carries, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. As you guys might have seen if you're watching, ran over everyone. George Kittle also ran the ball once for 4 yards. Wasn't that great after that. Deebo Samuel actually was -6 carries, -9 yards. The passing department was terrible for San Francisco. 3 receptions, 33 yards for Deebo Samuel, 3 for 32 for George Kittle, and 4 for 22 for Christian McCaffrey. Only 1 for 10 for Brandon Ayuk. That's it. No one else caught any receptions. No one. For Philly, their running was spread out very well. 48 yards and 14 carries for Kenneth Gainwell. 2 touchdowns for Miles Sanders, 42 yards and 11 carries. 11 carries for 39 yards and 1 touchdown for Jalen Hurts. Excuse me. 6 carries, 21 yards, and 1 touchdown for Boston Scott. The only person who didn't have positive yards was Gardner Minshew. 2 carries, -2 yards. 2 victory formations.
He just knelt
He just knelt the ball. Devontae Smith, 2 receptions, 18 yards. So 2 receptions, 36 yards, and 18-yard average. A.J. Brown, 4 receptions, 28 yards, a 7-yard average. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 receptions, 26 yards, a 13 average. Dallas Goedert, 5 receptions, 23 yards, and 1 dumbass dance at the end of that game. And then Jack Stoll, Miles Sanders also making it in with a single-digit.
Did you guys see that fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Late in the game,
Trent
the
Williams.
Eagles.
Who was Trent Williams?
Trent
fucking dribbling him,
Williams.
man?
He fucking
Dribbled
threw
him,
him.
man.
Yeah.
He fucking picked him up and threw him. I will admit, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I don't think anyone from the Eagles got in trouble from that. So that's good.
No. Edwards did
Oh.
get kicked out. The one who got thrown did get kicked out because he did throw a punch.
Ooh.
So
He did.
it
is
is
he gonna be able to play in the Super Bowl?
I
or-
don't know.
Probably not.
Edwards.
probably not.
Don't know.
That would
They-
suck.
He's probably out for the Super Bowl, and then Trent Williams is out for the first game of the regular season next year, I would guess.
I don't think Williams is going to be out. No, not being mean, but like I think it was just frustration. So like I don't think Williams should be suspended
Yeah.
for the first.
I don't
game.
understand what Philly's
you are
doing
an Eagles
arcing
fan.
up that tree, because that is a sequoia of a tree.
I think it was just frustration of San Fran and Philly kind of
Well,
like
Philly was
egged it
starting
on.
stuff. Philly was starting stuff, though.
For what? I don't understand. You
Because
win
it's
the fucking
Philly.
football game. Yeah,
Because
Philly,
it's
true.
Philly. Have you seen
Fucking
any
Philly.
episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, I've seen so many. Yeah.
Trash man.
I'm the trash man. I eat garbage.
I throw the trash can out to the ring and gobble up all the trash, and I throw the trash can
Put out
out
my
to
pieces.
Spaghetti out of a
Bang.
bag.
I started blasting. Bang, bang.
I started blasting. You gotta do the voice. Where's the rum ham?
But
Where's
real
the-
quick,
Where's the Rockingham? Rockingham!
Okay, I'll stop.
back on track. But Brock Purdy's injury. I mean, I honestly probably for next year he'll probably go back to being a second string or third string or whatever. I mean, not third string, but second string at least.
Honestly,
And
probably
Trey Lance
starter.
should be. You think over Trey Lance? You think?
Oh,
It's
for sure?
Kinda-
We'll have to
It's
talk
definitely
about it in the
off-season.
off-season episode.
It's definitely
Off-season
off-season
episode.
talk.
No, we can talk about
I'll
this
stop
now.
right there.
Honestly, because,
Oh.
I mean, we don't have a ton to talk about because no one's watching the Pro Bowl.
Or
I
watching
mean-
it. No.
No.
No. We can shit on it.
I mean, Josh Allen has literally said that he will not show up to the Pro Bowl because he's going golfing. I mean,
Wait,
Trey
what?
players.
Huntley got into the Pro Bowl because everybody's opting out.
Yeah,
Wait, opting out because of why? For what?
they don't want to
Because
be
they don't
there
give a fuck.
because it's Vegas. It's not in Hawaii
it's in
anymore.
Vegas. That's true. Yeah, why do they move it? What the fuck?
Because the NFL's are cheap scumbags. They don't want to pay for plane tickets to Hawaii.
No, well, also the stadium was not usable anymore. They were doing-
yeah.
Oahu
It's,
Stadium is beautiful.
No, it's not that, but like they were doing like the stadium was not usable.
You know what?
It's,
The NFL should make a
University of
portable. No,
Hawaii's,
the NFL should make a
stadium.
portable field, and they should be able to set up that field on multiple aircraft carriers, deck to deck. All right, and they
No.
should play
No,
a
no, no,
game
no, no,
on
no, no, no,
aircraft
no.
carriers.
How about the bleachers?
You know how that does not work. As a fucking engineer for the military, that does not fucking
They
work.
played a basketball game on an aircraft carrier.
That's less,
That is
That's
true.
less space. That is less space. In all seriousness, I know aircraft carriers are huge, but that is less space in a football field.
You could play like arena football, flag
And
football
also-
style. I don't know, fucking the carrier, dude. That'd be kind of
The-
nuts.
All right, the carrier is a fucking aircraft carrier is just able to put a basketball court and some stands. In all seriousness, I know they're huge, but fuck, this is my grandfather being on an aircraft carrier. He's like, how the fuck they gonna do a football field?
I
Yeah,
mean, you launch planes off of it. I mean,
but
you
like
should be fine.
the Pro Bowl
Because
should
it
always
gets
be.
launched. There's a fucking launcher for
Yeah,
it.
we can
I
launch
mean,
some footballs out there. All right.
No, there's literally like they call it a catapult. It's literally this little like
It's a
peg
catapult,
that
yeah.
sticks out of the belly of the
just
top of the aircraft
shoots.
carrier, and you have a launch bar on the plane that pops down, and that thing connects. And then when you go, they put up a back wall so that the jet stream doesn't melt the people behind you like it didn't melt the bars on the Twin Towers, because that was an inside job anyway. Then it launches off
whoa,
the
we don't need to
aircraft
edit
carrier.
that
No.
No, in all seriousness, we got it. That shit out.
Nah, I'm leaving it in. Fuck you. I'm leaving it in. Suck a dick.
Once it's past 10 years, it's like, but
Alright, whatever.
anyway, then the launch bar will push the plane forward. So I mean, like,
I can't
catapults do something, but
the catapult basically launches it. I can't say much more, but fucking you have to
Mr. Military Man. At least you're not a War Thunder.
Oh my
War
god!
Thunder gamer.
Documents.
You've heard about this,
Oh my
right?
god!
Yeah, I know. I saw.
We're getting off
documents.
topic, but it is
because
so
they
funny.
went to F-35 shit.
Yeah,
They went to F-35 shit.
for those
It's
that
so funny.
aren't gamers like the three of us here, which is actually how we met for a backstory. But
Yeah.
anyway, there's a specific game that people play called War Thunder that tries to bring a realism of battle with different tanks and planes, and people have been intentionally leaking military documents to try to show the game, hey, this should be better with this plane or tank. And in all actuality, they're just leaking classified military documents to the World Wide Web, which is hilarious because it's for a game.
Which is
but also
funny.
sad.
90% is basically 90% is the Russians and Chinese stuff that got leaked.
What?
This is the first time like a Western country.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the first time a Western country got leaked.
It was probably the
Because
stuff
of
that
some
was
sweaty
sitting.
War Thunder
It was
players.
probably the stuff sitting in Trump's house in Key Largo or in Biden's car in the parking lot. One of the two. Probably just walk by and say, "Oh, look."
It's definitely
No,
just sweaty
no.
gamers.
It's sweaty gamers that probably work in the area. I'm actually being serious. Like, I could see so much shit. I'm like, huh, I could actually leak this. So,
Yep.
Someone's
no.
probably like, all right, back on topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, back on topic.
Anyway, Eagles win.
All right, but
31-7. And
Fucking
we were
that-
talking about Brock Purdy and the possibility of him being a starter next year over Trey Lance. That honestly just is going to be a quarterback battle, I feel like. They'll have both of them.
yeah,
I mean, he might not be back for the beginning of the season because of apparently he's getting Tommy John for some. You get a Tommy John for a UCL? I'm so confused.
You can. It depends on the severity of it. It's an extensive repair for the area, but also he could still have his Tommy John ligament intact, and they could just do a repair of that without having to do the Tommy John. There's a lot of things that can be done.
Right. Okay. But I mean, if he's not back, it's gonna be Trey Lance, and we'll see if Trey Lance is good or not. And then if Trey Lance is, then they'll go to the Purdy. It won't be Brady anymore.
Now, as news broke this morning, Tom Brady posted himself, wasn't Adam Schefter or Giselle this time. Tom Brady has said that he is for real retiring in a tear-filled message to his Instagram.
I'll wait until the actual season starts before that actually happens.
I honestly think he's done. I think he realized
I think he's 45,
I will always, and I don't care if this is irrational, I don't care the backlash I get on this, I will always hate Giselle for this. Because in my mind, I think what happened is, this divorce happened, obviously. For what reason, whether it was because Tom Brady wasn't as home as much because he was playing football, which is totally fair, or because Giselle was sleeping with her UFC trainer, whatever reason it was, the divorce happened. And now, and this is in my mind, this isn't from any source that I got, or I don't really have any, but this isn't from anything I've seen. This is, in my mind, what I think is happening is that Brady realizes he can't go anywhere. Because if he goes anywhere, he won't see his kids. He won't see his friends that he has down there anymore, or the people that he has. But the biggest thing is his family that's down there. He won't see his kids anymore that are in that Tampa Bay, Miami area. So he realizes he's going to have
his kids to Miami prep school somewhere.
Right. I think he did that because at that point he knew he was going to retire. And some of the backlash he was giving people about him asking was him being angry that he has to retire. Because it's basically now his kids or football. And he's choosing his kids, I think, which is a very admirable
He's choosing Fox Network, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Fox had no idea he was retiring. They have come out and said officially they have not planned for him to be on the Super Bowl casting team. However, he could just show up.
I mean, he could show up, but he's not going to have any like
doing a
announcer
one-on-one interview with each quarterback, which would be cool.
Yeah.
I could see him doing something small. I could see him and Gronk doing something stupid. I could see him being the holder for Gronk's kick of destiny that he'll do in the Super Bowl.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot.
Honestly,
about that.
I think it'd be even funnier if they have Romo do it. I don't care if he's part of another studio, and then Romo fucks it up. Romo gets the kick, and he's just like, "Oh shit, not again!"
Oh shit!
Yeah, just fucking.
Oh, that was the happiest moment for the Super Bowl for me.
Seeing Romo just get slapped
Kick of
with that.
destiny. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But okay, the game itself. Fucking Eagles rushing. God damn. I love this 3-back for Eagles. I know
you've been sweating all fucking seasons like, oh, they're gonna choke, they're gonna do some shit, they're gonna do something stupid.
They already choked. They already choked against the Commanders, and that was a
technically the Saints
in cheek. I mean, the Saints have enough talent to impress you. The Commanders do not.
Eagles almost fucked up losing the number 1 seed. They had to win week 18.
Yeah. I mean, that's because the NFC East is so good, and they had injuries to Jalen Hurts.
And also, San Fran could have got the East if Cowboys and Eagles lost.
Yeah,
San Fran could have gone undefeated if they would have started Brock from the first game of the season. He didn't get hurt.
I mean, before they were losing games, they were so dominant. They fucking just manhandle teams.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, yes. There was a couple games. It was like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, fine, but they still got
it.
It was.
Oh no, I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm happy for you because you're gonna burn down Philly.
I did want to see the 49ers if the Bengals got there, but as we'll talk about in a second, the Bengals didn't get there, and so now I kind of don't want to see the 49ers get another ring, and then all of a sudden you see Steve Young and his, never aging face. And, you see Jimmy Garoppolo walking around with another ring, and all of a sudden they start talking about Jimmy Garoppolo has like 2 or 3 rings, and is he comparable to Steve Young? I would kill somebody. And I got to see Joe Montana's smug-ass bastard face again, plastered over everything. I had to see the catch, and the drive, and just... Ronnie Lott cut off his finger to play more football, and Jerry Rice is 80 years old and catching passes.
Why are you right? Okay, I'd say this too for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts. There was some long throws he overthrew. I don't know if it was because I don't think it was the injury because it's not his throwing.
He might not have his touchback.
Maybe, yeah, but I like that. That kind of worried me. If
you're overthrowing and you were injured, I think you're fine. I think you're just overthrown.
Like you have to fix that for the Super Bowl.
If you're underthrowing, I would be a little bit more concerned that
you might not because L'Jarius Sneed is out.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Now, so I think Chris Jones is still trying to recover from how much he had to run in that game instead of playing DT and sitting there like a bum. He actually had to play outside. Because the Chiefs are bitches and they realized, we don't have any edge rushers, but we have Chris Jones, and the Bengals have both of their starting tackles out. Let's put them at edge rusher, you motherfuckers.
This was a good game, though.
That's called game planning.
It was a good game plan, but at the same time, it's like we were in the same situation. We went out and we got an O-line, and all but one of them were out by the time we needed them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jonah Williams out with a sublux patella. Cordell Volson was still in, but he's a rookie. Ted Karras was in, but hurt. Alex Kappa was out with an ankle, and Lyle Collins tore his ACL. Not to mention, we also didn't have Chidobe Awuzie. Chidobe Awuzie was out, our best corner, with an ACL. So Bengals were injury-ridden coming into this game, but it's not an excuse. We still lost the game. It was a game we should have won. There were some bad passes by Burrow. It was like 3rd and 3, and he launched a 15 to 25-yard pass. Yeah, basically.
It was an arm punt.
It was into double coverage against T. Higgins. But, I mean, T did also, beat double coverage, and Randy Moss the fuck out of the Chiefs a couple plays earlier. So, you want to give it up to a spot where your guy can go get it, but at the same time, damn.
A third and 3. You don't
I know.
Trust
why didn't we run, we couldn't really get past running because our O-line had issues and they were really focused on pass blocking. So, I mean, it would have been great to do a little PA and have a bunch of short crossing routes, get Hayden Hurst on a quick out and Jamar Chase on a mid-in, and then, some sort, but instead we're like, oh, T. Higgins on a streak, double coverage. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And then there was also the late hit on...
there's a ghost
Patrick Mahomes. Late hit on Patrick Mahomes that was done by Joseph Tsai, who had a great game, and everyone's blaming him. There should be no blame on him. There was one step out of bounds that he got hit, and then it caused that. But yeah, the game was not well officiated. There were
that's an understatement.
There were missed holding calls on the Bengals and the Chiefs. There was missed blocks in the back on the Chiefs. There were missed roughing the passer against the Chiefs and the Bengals. There was a lot of missed calls on both sides, primarily more to the Bengals side, but at the same time, I mean, there was a play where, because it was so loud in Arrowhead, while the Chiefs were on offense, when it was quieter, and the refs were blowing their whistles when the replay shows none of them were, and they were trying to get the play stopped on a 3rd and 9 because apparently there was something wrong they had to fix, or they had to relook at something, or the clock, or whatever. And so they blow their whistles, which they didn't, and the play goes on. The Bengals get a key stop, a knockdown pass by one of our cornerbacks, and then all of a sudden they throw a flag and say, oh, the clocks need to be reset
give
to
them extra
3 seconds earlier, so let's give them another 3rd down and 9. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, there was some bailouts. There were some major bailouts that the Chiefs got.
I don't understand that. Like, why is the officiating trying to stop that play when they snapped the ball within the perfect time frame of the clock?
So supposedly there was a referee doing the call of stop the play, don't play.
Yeah, but he's got a whistle. Why is he not?
Yeah,
and
this is more.
That's the thing. It's like,
this is incompetence.
The NFL came out and they said, like, oh, the field was too loud. I was watching the game. I know it wasn't there, but I was watching the game, and the Chiefs were on offense. And if you've watched any game post Peyton Manning area, fans know that when the offense is on the field, you're a little quieter. And yeah, Arrowhead was still decently loudish, but it was no louder than any other stadium would get. And even the sound on the field, people were saying, was still not louder than the Seahawks last game of the season. Yeah. So this is a load of bull the NFL is throwing at us, and people are going to say it's rigged. And I just think the biggest issue here is that it's poor officiating by officials that need to be full-time staff and need this to be their only job so they can focus on being good at it. And if they're not, then they get canned.
Also, it doesn't help that they didn't have the full crew. They just had mishmash of the refs. They didn't have the actual crew that they worked with. No. What I'm saying, the crew that they worked with for most of the year, they just got mishmash. Like, oh, here's these referees that are good. They just mishmashed them.
Do that?
Because NFL is fucking retarded, fucking dumbasses at times. I had to stop myself. Sorry, but
it's okay, I'm asking.
Oh,
because
man.
The NFL is
this show
dumbasses.
Sucks. This podcast sucks, man. God, we've gone everywhere. We've gone from everything from War Thunder leaked documents this episode to talking about Cole Kmet's escapades with Jeffrey. I almost said Jeffrey Epstein. It's about to get even worse.
We don't need to talk about it this week.
Yeah, off season's about to be rough. Off season for us is about to be rough. We have plans for the off season.
Actually, it's gonna be some good. Actually, there's gonna be some decent stuff to talk about off season.
Yeah,
if we go by each team,
drafts, free agency, needs, wants.
Okay, but still,
talking about coaches too.
I will admit, as going by a if I take off my Eagles jersey, be like, yeah, this championship games was rough.
Yeah, this one was rough. Final score, obviously, as we've been saying, Kansas City 23, Bengals 20. Joe Burrow 26 of 41, 270, 6.6 average, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 5 sacks. Patrick Mahomes 29 for 43, 326 yards. 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks. Rushing was not good for the Bengals. Their O-line was kind of indicative of that. Joe Burrow was leading rusher, 30 yards and 4 carries. P. Ryan, 5 carries, 22 yards. And Mixon, 8 carries, 19 yards. For the Chiefs, Pacheco ran for 26 yards on 10 carries. And after that, no one was in the double digits, with Mahomes leading with 8 yards on 3 carries. Passing was the name of the game, and the Chiefs were ahead by that by a decent bit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling was the man left open with Kelsey and Kadarius Toney as well as Schuster getting less receptions or less yards than kind of normal.
Hurt.
But
didn't Schuster get hurt?
No.
Oh no. Okay, never mind.
Schuster 1 target, 1 catch, 7 yards. Kadarius Toney 1 reception on 2 targets, 9 yards. Then
Tony got hurt.
Yeah, Toney did.
That's what I'm thinking about. Okay.
Kelsey had a pretty good game, 7 receptions, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Valdez-Scantling had a really good game, 6 receptions, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. For the Bengals, T. Higgins had a great game. Again, mossed a man in the end zone. 6 receptions, 83 yards, beautiful. 1 touchdown. Yeah. Jamar Chase, 6 receptions, 75 yards. Tyler Boyd, 2 receptions, 40 yards. Hayden Hurst, 4 receptions, 37 yards. Jordan Mixon, 3 receptions, 15 yards. And Mitchell Wilcox, 1 reception for 10 yards. Another big thing I didn't like about this leading up to it was all the smack that the Bengals were talking online.
Refund those tickets, huh?
That was fine. That was fine because people.
It's the mayor.
The mayor of Cincinnati came out and said, Patrick Mahomes, you should order a paternity test to figure out if Joe Burrow is your father. I'm like, you have no right to say that. And then Kelsey called him out after the game. It only fueled Kelsey's massive head even more.
That's a good one.
Know your place, jabroni. I'm like,
jabroni.
Okay, yeah. Now, like, the whole WWE fandom is, like, slurping on Travis. And that's not great. And then before the game, also, Eli Apple was jawing up everyone on Twitter.
Eli Apple being happy.
Well, I mean, Eli Apple does that to everyone.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Eli Apple on the field can be very good and do very well, but when he starts to talk shit, the next game he plays terrible. Pride cometh before a fall, and he doesn't learn his lesson. He just keeps
his mom deleted Twitter.
Yeah, his mom deleted Twitter because she was getting bullied by everybody else, which is understandable.
Okay, yeah, but still,
you gotta go to her mom, dude. Like, come on, bro.
My thoughts on this game. My thoughts on this game was that O-line being hurt definitely destroyed the Bengals because those 5 sacks in the first half was just rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely hurt.
Also, both teams barely was able to get barely able to run the ball.
Well, the Bengals have DJ Reader in the center, who is the PFF best graded defensive tackle, and good linebackers. They were able to stop the run well, and then the Bengals didn't have an O-line to play that well. They did have a designed run for Joe Burrow that gave him a touchdown, which was, lined up in shotguns, empty backfield, and then Ted Karras just went and just pushed forward and, got the yardage needed for Burrow to, go for it and get a touchdown.
For that T. Higgins,
to set up the next play.
It was a close one. What fucked you was that penalty right at the end.
Yeah. That didn't. There was a lot of things leading up to that. We had 2 opportunities to make a long drive, and we couldn't because we were making stupid. It was. I don't know if that was a stupid play call or the wrong read for Joe Burrow on that arm punt, but I mean,
that was earlier in the game. That wasn't the 2 minutes left in the game. That was like 8 minutes left.
I'm saying that there was still some. It's not all on Joseph Ossai. Sure, that what he did was bad, but it's not as bad as us not being able to get it done and not converting on enough of the drives. So, yeah, I mean, in all, like, the Bengals addressed the issues that they had last season to this season, but, like, injuries screwed us. And that's the biggest issue. Is that the officiating was bad, yes, but also it wasn't all in the officiating. I think if we would have had a healthy O-line, not just a Chidobe back, but a healthy O-line, I don't think there's the 5 sacks on Burrow. I think Burrow also then can stay in the pocket longer, and if Burrow stays in the pocket longer, like I've said, you leave Burrow in the pocket long enough, he can find a needle in a haystack from the pocket.
Also,
I think you guys
Mixon
have a great go for it.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say, and also Mixon and Pirine could actually got more yardage or even more touchdowns.
Yeah, they looked great this season. I mean, Mixon, I'm worried about Mixon. He's getting a little older, and he's not looking as good as he did last year. I'm worried he's taking steps back, but also then Pirine took steps forward. But then also, isn't Pirine older?
Yeah, but you can do a 2-back system. He looks
27.
Man just got a whole ass beard.
Bald head. Yeah,
So
they're a
same
year
age,
apart.
about.
They're a year apart.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Mixon is younger.
Yeah, by a year.
Bro, you
I
cannot
thought he
tell
was-
me that Samaje Perine does not look like 44.
No.
I'm
But I'm
sorry.
saying like I thought Mixon was at least 2 years older than Pirine. I thought Pirine came in later. I thought okay.
They were
confused.
teammates at Oklahoma and got drafted. year after each other.
Oh,
So yeah.
Go ahead, Mamba. You were saying something.
I mean, I think for next year, if everyone's healthy, like no injuries and stuff like that, I think you guys have a chance for the Super Bowl next year for sure. You guys are gonna be hungry as fuck to go back. That's for damn sure. You're gonna have that dog in you.
The biggest thing is then we'll address this when we do our off-season needs and wants and what they should focus on. But like, I love Sam Hubbard, and I love what he did in the Ravens game to return that kick. But also, like, as a guy, and I am no expert by any means, but also at the same time, like, I know that when you are rushing the quarterback and it's an empty back set, they call it pin your ears back. You don't have to worry about the running back running the ball in a spot where you need to tackle it as a D end. You are running towards the quarterback and you need to swim, move, spin, rip, whatever around the tackle and get to the quarterback. There are multiple times I've seen Sam Hubbard in a game where it's an obvious pass play and he sees it's a pass play and he'll just run into the O-lineman and just stand there and then like look around. And I'm like, dude, make a move. Trey Henderson is over there swimming through an Olympic-sized swimming pool full of linemen, getting clotheslined and purple nurpled and kicked in the nads. And you're over here paying patty cake with Creed Humphrey. Fuck off.
I like this. I like this type of lob.
I don't he's a guy that grew up in my area. He's a guy that went to a local high school, went to Ohio State, which I'm not that happy about, but at the same time, like, he's a local Cincinnati kid. You love the story, but he needs to take a step forward and be an semi-elite pass rusher to complement Hendrickson, because Hendrickson is getting chipped and double teamed, and there's no other pressure because BJ Hill and DJ Reader are bigger guys and they're decently fast, but in today's NFL, you don't have that many seconds to get to the quarterback. So we need another guy on that outside edge to give us pass rush. And sometimes it's Mike Hilton, but you can't blitz your slot corner or your nickelback every damn play. So if we have to go out and get someone like a Von Miller type who is a pass rusher, and Sam Hubbard has to fill in, and people are mad about that because, oh, he's a Cincinnati kid. He made, the what do they call it? The Hubbard yard rush or whatever, run or what? Yeah, because the Hubbard yard run.
Hubbard yard.
Yeah, because his last name's Hubbard. He ran for 100 yards on a fumble.
The Ravens.
At the Ravens. Yeah. So, but like, I love the guy. I think he's a great dude. I've seen him in interviews, really professional dude. But like, you have to be a better pass rusher because in today's NFL, that's what's needed. And like, Osai looked great, but also he's not consistent enough to play because he sucks at rushing the run because he gets hit by a lineman, he gets knocked over a lot because he's smaller. So that's an issue that needs to be addressed. Is we need another pass rusher to complement Trey Hendrickson. But then again, we also have to pay everyone, and we should keep everyone that we have.
Salary cap increased.
It did. So hopefully we're able to spend
That's
that money
good.
to keep it. My biggest concern is that Jesse Bates is going to want like $7 gajillion.
That is going to be rough because of Darius Slay, how he got paid, and
I think the best thing to do is to sit down, is to bring Joe Burrow and their agents, obviously, Joe Burrow, Jesse Bates, and Jamar Chase in the room after you've signed all the other accessory players to the best.
you still
deals
have
you
time
can
with
get.
Jamar Chase.
Right, but I
You
want to
still
bring
have
him in
time.
there. I want to bring him in too because I want to say, hey, look, we've re-signed everybody. We all want to keep you on this team, obviously. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are a priority, but we want to keep you too, Jesse Bates, because I think you're going to be great as well. here is what we have available for money and see what we can do with it. I think that would help. But at the same time, it could also be like you could be slying somebody or whatnot. But also, I feel like, and maybe this is just a hope, but I feel like Joe Burrow won't like take everything. He's not going to pull a Kevin Garnett and take $126 million in Minnesota. I think he's going to pull a Dirk Nowitzki and take less money, possibly, to help keep the team around him nice.
I mean, he is Joey Burrow. You never know.
Yeah, he might need to pay.
No,
for,
but I don't.
All the chains.
He's probably going to get more. He's probably going to get more money endorsements.
That's true.
He hasn't taken
especially
many.
in
Really?
Cincy. I mean, really.
I don't see him in many commercials. Have you guys? And I'm from Cincy. No. I haven't seen him on no damn Gold Star, Skyline, Graders, Rosas, nothing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys probably know more than me for in that area. Since I'm in North Carolina, it's like, I'm surprised.
I think in the Cincy area, he would be in some like ads or some shit.
He should be the next State Farm. You know how they had the commercials with Baker about like locking up the stadium and Patrick Mahomes? The next one should be Joe. I feel like Joe would be good for that, you know?
That'd be funny.
That would.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of seems like a quiet guy. Like, you know, keeps him to himself and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I think he has that personality of like, when he wins, he'll show that like, yeah, I fucking proved it. But he's not going to be a Eli Apple talk shit every time.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that's going to help Bengals too is that Joe Burrow is still on that rookie deal for a couple more years. I know, like, you got him in 2020. You got him in 2020. The rookie deal is
his deal just expired, I believe.
What? I thought it's at least 4, and then pick up the 5th option.
Oh, would they pick up the 5th option, or would they want to get a deal?
Oh, yeah, they're going to pick up that 5th option. You're going to pick up that 5th option for Joe Burrow. But I mean, what I'm saying is that he's still on that rookie deal. You still have at least one more year before you go, okay, let me get that contract extension.
I don't know.
But I'm saying, like, they don't have to.
It'll extend through 2024.
Yep.
So he got one more year on his contract.
How it is now, I think it was like some years ago they changed it. Rookie, like first round is at least 4 years they're on that contract, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that helps for another year and be like, okay, we can wait for the salary cap to increase. We get some more stuff. That this is actually like, this isn't as bad. Like, yes, Bengals want to be in the Super Bowl now, but it's not terrible for the Bengals.
I mean, you're not just paying a lot of people.
Oh no, we're paying DJ
last
Reader.
Podcast.
We're paying DJ Reader. We're paying Chidobe Awuzie. We are paying Trey Hendrickson, Lyle Collins, Alex Kappa, Ted Karras, Mike Hilton. We're paying a lot of guys. Plus Jermaine Pratt. Jesse Bates' contract is up.
Yeah, that's a big one, Jesse Bates.
Yeah, big one. And he's good. He really showed out. He did well in this game, obviously. But also we drafted Dax Hill. So we might let Jesse Bates walk. I don't want to. But also Dax Hill could be great because he's also like 3 inches taller than Jesse Bates and ran a faster 40. So like he could be amazing, but he could also just be a guy that has no football IQ and just blanks when he goes out there. He could be, he could be a great dime sub linebacker. He could be a great nickel back. I mean, but they didn't use him a ton. He was in sparingly. I don't know.
For just this game, I think it was just the O-line being injured. If that O-line was not injured, I think it would be, the score would be flipped. It'll be 23 Bengals, 20 Kansas City.
And not to mention also Tony Romo doing some outlandish stuff.
Extra yards, the tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3 talked about. This is the best tackle.
What was that, Tony?
Extra yards, the tough yards, the finish on the play. Right there, you got 3 talked about. This is the best tackle.
I am disgusted, Tony Romo. I am disgusted. Oh,
I think he's overblown. Yes, Tony Romo kind of been sucking dick on some people right now.
He was
Not
trying
when
to
he
say
did it.
3
Points to-
nickelbacks. All right, 3 nickelbacks. What? What?
I think if you say that like 3 times fast, you're just gonna get canceled on Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
I said it slowly. That's why. Okay.
No, I'm just saying. Even if Tony Romo said that once, I feel like people would be good. Huh?
Well, huh?
But oh boy. Okay, that fucking all right. Robert.
Thank you, Tony Romy. Back to Brady.
Okay.
No, that's CBS, not Fox. Romo's on
fuck, is he
CBS.
CBS don't got
He's
that
CBS.
Disney. CBS don't got
never
that
mind.
Disney money. CBS don't got that.
Yes, they
Disney
do.
money.
Oh no, that's
Greg
right there. The
Greg Olson is in
ABC,
Greg
ABC's
Olson's
on.
Greg Olson's amazing. And whatever he
We're
does,
really gonna talk about
Actually,
the
I don't
fucking
want-
Pro Bowl?
No, fuck the Pro Bowl.
Wait, who's in the
Fair
Pro
enough.
Bowl? Anyways, I'm
That's what I'm
curious.
gonna say.
Tyler Huntley.
Holy shit! The AFC's been dominating this shit.
You mean
You mean
NFC?
NFC?
Wait, 22, 19, 18. No, AFC last 5 versus NFC win versus NFC win.
Oh,
NFC
you're right.
versus AFC.
Oh,
AFC
okay.
on top. AFC on top. What you want to do about it?
Just wait
gives a
until the
fuck about
European
Pro
teams
Bowl?
come.
Fuck that shit.
How are you gonna do that? If
Well,
there's 3
once you
conferences.
got the European teams
now
and the-
because of that shit.
All right.
don't want
Oh,
the
God.
Pro Bowl.
Oh, his pillow fell again. What was I about to say? Imagine the Pro Bowl with the European teams and everyone goes to Europe for the Pro Bowl. Yeah, no, find the
I found it.
yeah, okay, cool. What the
No.
Whoa, how about them Bears? Wait, what is Well, wait, what? Hold on. Start with the QB. What is this NFC?
Yeah, it's all NFC. Vikings, Seahawks, Eagles, Lions.
So I got Jared
Goff.
Goff.
Oh my
What
mama!
happened to like Justin Fields, like
You guys won 3 games.
Brock
You
Purdy,
guys won 3
like
games. Brock Purdy played 6 games, including the playoffs.
Tom Brady?
He had his
He was
worst
okay.
statistical season in a while because his
That
team
is
was.
true. That's true.
I was looking it up, and their leading rusher this year was Leonard Fournette with like 666 yards.
There's no way. There's no other quarterbacks in the NFC that's better than Jared Goff, Kurt, and Gino. There has to be someone better.
This is
talking
who
about
was,
for QBs
this is
for
who was
NFC?
voted.
This was who was
So-
voted in the NFC. as
So for the
QB.
NFC, the players are Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, and Jared Goff. Jared Goff being a fill-in for Jalen Hurts since he'll be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no wonder why the NFC loses.
For running
I
back,
mean-
All right, bro.
it is Saquon Barkley, Tony
Yes.
Pollard, Miles Sanders.
Yes.
Dalvin Cook is subbing in
Yes.
for Tony Pollard, and Christian McCaffrey is falling in for Miles Sanders because Sanders will be playing in the Super
Pollard's
Bowl,
hurt,
and
yeah.
Pollard's ankle did the helicopter. Kyle
Actually,
Juszczyk,
the running backs is actually don't
running back's
mind.
pretty
if
good.
running back-
Honestly, McCaffrey
backs
getting
is
in there is nice.
QB's kind of ass. though.
Here's the
Come
thing,
on.
like when people fill in for Pro Bowls, like something that you look at when you look at players, and are they going to be Pro Bowl caliber or Hall of Fame caliber? You look at how many All-Star teams, how many Pro Bowls they made, and I like that for Christian McCaffrey. He deserved it. I like that for Dalvin Cook. He deserved it. I don't like that for Jared Goff.
I mean, okay, out of NFC quarterbacks, who are you gonna pick besides Goff? Well, Goff actually had a decent year for quarterbacks,
I mean, like if you're just going off of how he's been other seasons, Rodgers.
but not this year. This year he fucking
True.
sucked. Like this
No,
is this year.
He didn't
Mary, this is
suck.
Well,
But he wasn't as
but
good.
Garrett-
Here's the thing:
but
Rodgers was
Goff-
still good, but he was not as good as he used to be, which people just did not see
Yeah.
as sucking. But
I
if,
think
if Geno Smith put up Aaron Rodgers' numbers, which he basically did, people would be like, "Just oh my God, Geno Smith!" Like
But Geno Smith actually had a good year.
I don't know how I got these scars.
I mean, okay,
the officiating.
Okay, cool.
That's how I got these scars.
Oh no, I could see the other person besides golf was Dak.
I'm gonna make this pen disappear. It's gone.
Okay, but in all seriousness, like out of like golf to besides golf, I could think of Dak. I could see Dak. Dak had actually a good year. I'm trying to think who else for NFC. I think you're gonna Lob or Mambo would probably say Daniel Jones.
Did Dak have a good year?
Daniel Jones was better than Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff.
Yeah, where's Daniel Jones at?
Where is Do-Rag Danny? Where is Danny off the perk?
Bro,
actually, I'm actually surprised I didn't see Daniel.
And
Jones.
honestly, even though I said they only won like 2-3 games, Justin Fields played better than every one of these quarterbacks, even Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no. You say you mean Jalen Hurts? God damn it! No.
Yeah, didn't get injured and missed 3 games. He only missed like what 1, 2, I think this season.
No. He missed 2, and Jalen Hurts only missed 2 games.
Missed 2 games, but also more stats, more team impact, more rush yards. Like maybe not better than Jalen Hurts, but maybe right below him.
Where's my brother Mike White in this? Come on.
Mike White is still recovering. He is in IR. He is in an ER. He is in intensive care. He is missing 7 ribs. If you turn your milk carton around, you will see Mike White's 3 ribs. It says missing person. Mike White's 3rd, 4th, and 5th ribs.
Also, hold on. Let me stop this right here. Also, this is NFC, not AFC.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
right,
AFC. What the fuck are you talking about?
I forgot they're in the AFC. Yeah, the SpongeBob episode of that dude in the full body cast.
Oh yeah.
That's Mike White.
They're selling the chocolate.
Chocolate.
I always hate it.
All right,
that reminds me of my grandmother. She always talks shit.
Oh my
okay. Also for the NFC.
Welcome to the Football Stooges, everyone.
Yeah. Also for the NFC, fullback Kyle Juszczyk. There's no question at all about this.
Is there even any fullbacks anymore?
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown filling in for AJ Brown. That's great. I like that list. Very good list. I don't really think anyone was really excluded from that. Tight end, George Kittle and TJ Hawkinson.
Hawkinson made it.
Yeah.
Who else is a good tight end? Who else is a good tight end in the NFC?
Ertz was hurt.
Cole Kmet. He is in Wyoming.
I mean, maybe. I'm saying maybe Goddard, but Ertz was hurt. I can't think of any other tight end besides those 2, Kittle and Hawkinson.
Yeah, and then people were saying, it's going to be Kyle Rudolph, and he fell off the face of the planet when he went to tackle, Trent Williams, Lane Johnson, Tristan Wirfs, and then Penny Sewell filling in for Lane Johnson. Very good.
Really?
Offensive
guards.
guards.
Not above Wirfs? Ooh.
When it comes to offensive tackles, it's in linemen in general, it just comes in who has been performing the best the longest, and Wirfs is just...
Yeah. Okay.
Guards: Zach Martin, Landon Dickerson, Chris Lindstrom, and then Elton Jenkins, who's been performing very well for Green Bay, and he's filling in for Landon Dickerson of the Eagles, who's going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then center, obviously, look at this: Eagles.
Best O-line in the NFL,
and I am fucking fuming. Jason Kelsey, Frank Ragnow from Detroit, and then Tyler Badziaz for Dallas, who's replacing Kelsey, who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Oh,
So
isn't the Pro Bowl going to be like the Mannings coaching?
Yes.
Yes, flag football.
It's flag football. The fuck are these guys going to do?
No, I played flag football in the base league. Yes, there is O-line is important. I was playing O-line.
They said it's 7-on-7. There's no linemen.
Yes, there is. I played in 77.
Running back, 2 wide receivers,
and then O-line, 3 O-line.
Oh, true.
Yeah, no, this is a
Taco
flag
Bell.
football day.
Probably.
Yep. No,
Are
you
they-
do need O-line. You do need O-line in flag football, trust me.
NFC defense. Nick Bosa. Yeah.
Yep.
Brian Burns for Carolina. Haven't heard a bunch about him, but yeah. DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah. And then Cameron Jordan. Yeah. He's filling in for
Because
Bose.
Bosa's hurt.
Yeah, because Bosa's hurt.
Both.
Interior lineman Aaron Donald. Don't agree. Had a bad season.
No.
Didn't.
He had a bad
Yeah.
season.
That is that's a legacy place in.
Yeah.
Just like, but I'm saying if they do that for Aaron Donald, why isn't this right here? Why isn't that Aaron Rodgers? Like, I don't get it. Jonathan Allen, yeah. Dexter Lawrence, yeah. And then Darren Payne filling in for Donald. Okay. Outside linebacker, Meister
is
Parsons.
Donald hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald is
Okay.
hurt. Donald hasn't played for like 8 weeks, basically.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
Yes.
Oh, Parsons,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All the games except when he played Trent Williams, yeah. Zadarius Smith, yeah. Hassan Reddick, oh yeah. And then Daniil Hunter replacing Reddick, yeah. Fred Warner and DeMario Davis, great linebackers.
Yeah.
For cornerback, Darius Slay being replaced now by Jalen Ramsey, which I don't agree with.
Oh,
That is
they
a
got the
terrible
Diggs
pick.
brother in this.
I would
Diggs.
rather have AJ Terrell here for Jalen Ramsey. AJ Terrell had a much better season, even if it was for Atlanta. But Trayvon Diggs, no. Tariq Woolen as a rookie.
Yes.
Yes.
Woolen, yes. Woolen, yes.
Woolen, yes. Jair Alexander, yes. Slay, yes, but he has to be replaced. His replacement should be AJ Terrell. And then Trayvon Diggs, fuck no.
I don't know.
He had so many receptions last year, he's getting legacy picked and pulled in this year. No. Absolutely not. And then free safety, Quandre Diggs, who had a good comeback season for Seattle. Sure. Strong safety, Buda Baker. I don't think so. He had a rough season. He just had that one really inspiring speech in the midseason Hard Knocks for the Cardinals, and, you know, whatever. Then,
So you're Talanoa.
Hufunga.
Basically, he looks kind of like Fred Warner and kind of like Troy Polamalu mixed into one guy. He's great. Plays for San Francisco 49ers. That's a good pick. Long snapper, Andrew DiPaola. Sure. Punter, Tress Way, Washington Commanders. I don't know enough about the punters.
Yeah.
Place kicker, Jason Myers. Yeah, he had a great season for the Seahawks. Return specialist, Kayvon Turpin for Dallas. Oh, yeah, had some good returns.
Yes.
And then special teamer, Jeremy Reeves for Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
So that's great. Does it show
Can you go into the AFC or if it says
complete?
Oh, it's only NFC. Oh, no, it's only NFC. You got to find an AFC one. Scroll up. Bitch.
wow, you done fucked
Where?
up.
Where?
There was a
know.
button somewhere. Oh, scroll a little slower. Slow. Scroll up.
NFL announced Wednesday complete
NFL
rosters
Pro Bowl
for the
game roster
2023.
AFC. Next to the NFC button.
What?
Go up. Bring your
Oh,
mouse up. Yeah,
Ah,
there you go.
there.
bud.
Okay. Here we
You
go.
might want
All
to
right.
pause the video, by the way. Pause the video on the top.
What?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
never mind.
I can hear it.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
can't
already
hear
muted. and
Oh,
There's
it's not
nothing
even
there
working.
So. It worked.
Jump scare.
Copyright. Copyright. No.
Patrick Mahomes
Patrick
jump
shows up.
scare.
Patrick Mahomes' bath bottle was a bath bubble like thing.
So AFC quarterback Patrick Mahomes, yes. Josh
Yeah.
Allen,
Yes.
yeah. Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
And then Trevor Lawrence replacing Mahomes,
Ooh.
yes.
Yes.
I think that's
yes.
yeah. Tyler Huntley replacing Allen. What the fuck?
Wait, who?
No.
Because
No.
Allen opted out. Allen and Burrow opted out.
But Huntley?
Yeah.
I know, but this is hilarious.
And then Derek Carr. What? Derek Carr was cut from his team mid-season.
He wasn't cut. He just didn't.
Is he going to
He
show up with
wasn't
an
cut.
NFL logo on the side of his helmet?
Excuse me.
He
but
wasn't cut.
Is there no
There's no
quarterback in
other
this league or
A's.
some shit or what? Tyler
Yeah.
Huntley?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, there's actually no other quarterbacks. I'm actually. All right, who can you name go ahead and name me for the AFC?
Jacoby
besides
was better than Tyler Huntley.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. I heard that one. Yes, I can see
Let me
that.
find something. I'll find you something.
But out of all the other
I'll
AFC
find you
quarterbacks,
I'll find you someone.
Honestly, I would take Tua over Derek Carr. Tua persevered, and that would be a great show.
But
For
Nah, he won't be able to
But
show
Tua-
up. He's
Tua's
his
hurt.
brain. He's hurt.
yeah, I would say
brain's
He's
also
like,
yeah,
hey,
Tua-
Roger, I'm in Hawaii. Tua, it's in Vegas. Oh shit.
Wait, is Chargers are AFC, right? Oh wait,
Justin
Never
Herbert.
mind.
Yeah, Justin
He's
Herbert.
hurt though. I'm pretty sure he is.
No. No.
Well, he had to take so many pink. He buried that rib shot. Like he has broken ribs, basically.
He has a broken rib, so I don't think he was
Right.
wanting to
I
play.
mean,
He wouldn't play. I mean, okay. So basically,
You know what?
name
I bet
two
Tyler
players who's not
Huntley.
gonna.
Tyler Huntley was in because they didn't want this guy in.
Broncos country, let's rock.
Funny enough, I'm looking through fantasy because that's just the easiest way I can find it. The next person up after Herbert, Lamar, and Tua is Russell Wilson. Stat wise, I don't think
So
anyone wants Russell Wilson in there, so it kind of
So
makes
the
sense.
AFC did suck. Or Kansas. Or how's everybody?
Bro, they
saying
could have
that
thrown
Kansas
in
City had a
Davis
harder-
Mills. What the fuck?
Motherfucking long neck, Mike Glennon head ass.
Or Dalton, or
Andy Dalton had a
Dalton's
pretty good
NFC.
year. Oh, no, he
He's
is.
NFC.
Yeah, he is NFC now. I'm always used to being AFC. Not Tannehill.
they could.
Not
Deshaun
anyone on the Colts.
Watson.
Not anyone on the Colts. Holy shit.
We already
Jacoby
have Trevor
Brissett,
Lawrence.
maybe?
That's
Honestly,
what he said.
Jacoby
yeah.
Brissett had a better season
I
than
could see
Tyler
that.
Huntley. And then I guess
Yes.
Derek Carr at the beginning of the season. But, like, that is a rough quarterback roster.
Because
Any Pickett's?
No.
no.
And then, I mean, let's just move on to running backs before we get more upset. Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. Perfect.
Yeah.
Fullback,
Yeah, that's fine.
Patrick.
That makes
Fullback, Patrick Ricard. Oh, yeah. Wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs,
Oh, yeah.
Devontae
Yeah.
Adams,
Oh, yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No
Tight
T
ends.
Higgs. I'm
Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, basically.
Yeah, but as a fifth, yeah, I guess you can't.
They only
have
get
It's only
four.
four.
They're only four.
Four,
So,
yeah.
like, I mean, he could have been the next one, but, I mean, tight
Yeah,
end,
makes sense.
Travis Kelce, Mark
Yes.
Andrews, and then
Even though he's
Dawson
not showing
Knox
up.
filling in for Travis
Yeah.
Kelce.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
like that.
Dawson Knox, yes, actually had a good year.
I actually like
Tackles, Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil.
Larry
Yes.
Tunsil, who's looked good for the Texans. Taron Armstead, who's looked good for the Dolphins, had some injury issues, but and then Orlando Brown for Kansas City, who's now in the Super Bowl, is replaced by Deion Dawkins, which is a good look. I think Lyle Collins would be on that list. I think he improved his
If he
play at the
wasn't
beginning of the
injured.
season if he wasn't injured. Joe Patino for guard from Cleveland, Quentin Nelson, then Joe Thunley. Then Roger Saffold fills in for Nelson, who's injured, and Wyatt Teller out of Cleveland will fill in for Tooney, who is going to the Super Bowl. So 2 Cleveland Browns playing guard. Center, Creed Humphrey out of Kansas City, Mitch Morse out of Buffalo, and then Ben Jones from Tennessee filling in for Humphrey. I don't know. Ted Karras, I felt like had a really good year. I feel like he should be over Ben Jones, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for O-line. Like how
Yeah.
like,
O-line,
it's not.
O-line, it comes down to kind of PFF.
O-line's kind of hard.
But
And PFF does get weird.
it does, yeah. I really hope this year in the AFC game, I know they probably won't be wearing helmets, but I really miss the days where they used to just wear jerseys but have their helmet on. I liked those days, but those are probably long gone. Defense, Myles Garrett, or these are for ends. Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson. Can't think of a better list there.
Makes sense.
Interior linemen, Chris Jones, Quinn Williams, Jeffrey Simmons, and Cameron Hayward filling in for Chris Jones, which I like that. Outside linebackers, Matthew Judon, yeah. Khalil Mack,
You get it.
And he
What
had
the
a
fuck?
down year.
yeah. Again,
He had it
like
down here.
another
Excuse
legacy
me?
pick. Another legacy pick. TJ Watt, he had a rough season,
Yeah.
but it was still pretty good.
It was
Like,
pretty.
he
He
still
still
was
had
bad.
a good season for
But
the injury.
when he was
yeah.
playing, it was great. So, yeah. Then Bradley Chubb fills in for Mack, which honestly, Bradley Chubb should just be in over Mack. And then Matt Milano fills in for TJ Watt, who is rehabbing his injury. Inside middle linebacker, Roquan Smith, Cry Mamba, and CJ Mosley.
I don't give a
Quarterback.
fuck. He wasn't gonna resign for the amount of money we wanted to pay him. So
That's
he got a big payday though.
Yeah. I love this cornerback list. Sauce Gardner out of New York, Pat Surtain out of Denver, Marlon Humphrey out of Baltimore, and Xavier Howard of Miami. Great picks all around. I love that Sauce Gardner's also at the top with Pat Surtain. Two young guys that are going to be the face of quarterbacks for the next 10 years in the NFL. Free safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick out of Pittsburgh. Yeah, he's done pretty good this year. And then strong safety, Derwin James from the Chargers and Jordan Poyer from the Buffalo Bills. Nice. Special teams, Morgan Cox out of Tennessee for the long snapper. For punter, Tommy Townsend of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Whoa. They don't have the Titans punter?
I know, which is interesting. Townsend had some good punts, but yeah, the Titans punter should be in there.
He fucking broke the record.
Yeah, I don't.
He broke.
AJ Cole filling in for Tommy Townsend since Townsend will be playing in the Super Bowl. Place kicker, Justin Tucker. Wasn't really any gas.
Yeah.
Return specialist, Devin Duvernay and Jamal Agnew. And then the special teamer, Justin Hardy from the New York Jets. That's the Pro Bowl list. I think honestly the biggest snub is probably the punter. It's not the Titans punter, even as the fill-in. So yeah.
Eagles O-line. I'm pissed off. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's a great photo.
That is actually a cool logo, a cool background.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the finalists for the 22 MVP. There
we're not going to place bets on the AFC and NFC games? No, I'm kidding.
No. I will say,
I picked the AFC.
I will say, I did have some funny videos about if the Eagles win.
There, Wild Lob's trying to.
It's called a party, not a fucking ride. This is Vancouver back in 2012, 2013 when they lost the fucking Stanley Cup.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the voice out because I was going to play double. So, Masson, you might want to say it now.
Okay. This isn't Vancouver, mother. This is a fucking party, okay? This isn't Vancouver back in 2020, 2013 when they lost the Stanley Cup against the Boston fucking Bruins. I hate that the Bruins are good this year. I hate that the Bruins are good this year. I hate that the Bruins are good this year.
It seems like me and
How are they good?
Philly.
I don't know.
Brad Marchand's like 105 years old.
The whole team is over 34. I'm pissed. That's a fuck. It's the boys' club of the. No, I'm pissed at the fucking Flyers for getting Tortorella as a head coach, but we're not going to get into hockey right now because it's All Stars. It's going to be the All Star game in next week for the hockey. But we'll go
next week.
Yeah, it is.
Basketball's getting close to All
Stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the NBA voting. If you ever seen the voting, it's NBA voting for All Stars is the fucking worst.
It is a joke because one time the starting center for the Warriors, who was nobody because centers don't mean shit in the NBA anymore because the game's soft, the players are bitches.
The refs suck.
And the refs suck. The refs suck so bad. And NBA officiating is in the fucking poop shoot. Ever since David Stern left, it's been a fucking travesty. And Adam Silver is a horrible commissioner. But anyway,
I felt lost during NBA talk.
The biggest issue was in that season is that Zaza Pachulia, the starting center for the Warriors, who was barely used at all, I don't think he even scored 10 points a game, was voted in as a starter in the All-Star game because he's from Georgia, and the entire population of Georgia voted for him. It was ridiculous. But anyway, the NFL end of the year awards. The most valuable player finalists are Josh Allen, quarterback for the Bills, Joe Burrow, quarterback for the Bengals, Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Eagles, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver for the Vikings, and Patrick
quarterback.
Mahomes.
What?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Vikings wide receiver, and Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs quarterback.
I would love to see Justin Jefferson win that, dude. He had so many iconic plays this year. The Bills game.
But I mean. It's kind of rough for a non-QB to win MVP now.
That is true.
Oh yeah,
That
like
is
Cooper Kupp should have won it last year, but no, Rodgers won it.
It's probably gonna be Jalen Hurts if I'm honest. If they win the Super Bowl.
Bias, I want.
They
Jalen
announced
Hurts
it
to win.
before. They're announcing it, I think, tomorrow.
Oh motherfuck! I forgot about that.
Really?
Maybe tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Next 8 days from now. 8
Okay.
days. Sorry, a week from Thursday, and Thursday's tomorrow for us. But by the time you're hearing this, it's
Yeah.
probably already Thursday or mid-March.
Friday
If
or
Mama
whatever.
forgets.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably will.
Josh Allen, I think, is off after that performance against the Bengals.
The injury.
Jalen Hurts.
Injury.
Jalen Hurts isn't super strong because of his end of the year performances, which were up and down. Patrick Mahomes is playing through an injury, and Chris Collinsworth and Tony Romo have been slobbing on his knob like corn on the cob, so he's probably
Burrow? MVP Burrow?
No, Mahomes. So I think it's Mahomes or Burrow, in my opinion, and I think it could go either way, and I could see it going either way. Burrow is the favorite, I think, of the population, while Mahomes is the favorite of the media. And then Jalen Hurts could also sneak his way in. So I think it's between those three. Burrow, Hurts,
Mahomes
and
did
Mahomes.
have a really good season.
Yeah, he did.
When did he have a bad season? I will admit that one. When did Mahomes have a bad season?
When
I'd
Aaron
love to
Rodgers
see.
took
I'd
the
love to
MVP.
see like Andy Reid retire and see what Mahomes does then.
That is true.
That man's not gonna retire.
About
older.
How old is he?
10 years. Yeah, he's like in his 60s or 70s right now.
I mean, I don't know. He loves football, so I can't
Like-
say it.
I like when Andy Reid did win with the Chiefs or Super Bowl, I was happy for him because like a lot of people say like how do you hate Andy Reid in general? Like
can't.
there's nothing to hate.
No, you can't.
He's a good
hate
guy.
him. Yeah, he is.
No.
For Defensive Player of the
But-
Year, Nick Bosa, Chris Jones, and Micah Parsons. I think this is Nick,
I think it's
Nick
gonna be Micah.
Bosa's.
Oh,
Here,
I thought it was
Nick
Bosa,
Parsons.
it's either
Bosa's.
Bosa or Parsons. It's either Bosa or Parsons. Parsons, I think, is second. I would put Bosa
What?
just above, and then Parsons.
Okay.
And this is the Eagles fan talking good about Cowboy.
Okay.
But no. I do put Bosa above.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd definitely say Bosa. I would definitely say Bosa. I think Sauce Gardner has a better right to be on that list than Chris Jones, but whatever.
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes. I think this should go to Justin Jefferson. I think he was the best offensive player, but it wasn't the MVP because his team didn't do so well, but I think it should be Justin Jefferson in here.
I agree on that one.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brock Purdy, Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson.
Ooh.
Whole season,
Ooh.
I think Kenneth Walker was the most key to his success because he was for a playoff team. The Jets weren't, so Garrett Wilson's off that. And Kenneth Walker was very successful, was the key running back for his team. But then Brock Purdy also excelled late. So what you're going to see is either recency bias and it goes to Brock Purdy or a holistic approach.
I think it's
and
gonna
Kenneth
be
Walker.
recency. It's gonna be recency biased. It's what he pulled off is unreal. It's insane.
They're not going to give it to him because he can't hold the trophy. He only has one arm. So
Real funny.
You funny. This is tough for me.
He'll use his other. I don't want to go Brock. It's just because of the story, just how when he got picked, like just insane. Like he hasn't lost a game until he got injured.
Yeah, this is tough for me. I will, but I have to go Kenneth Walker for the full season. Wait, Kenneth Walker did not play a couple times.
Walker did pretty good.
Seahawks actually did not do that well either.
I mean, you can't deny what Brock did was.
Oh no, I'm not denying
unreal.
it. No, I'm not denying that. As I said, this is tough to pick for for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Defensive Rookie. I think Sauce Gardner, Aiden Hutchinson, and Tariq Woolen are the best picks, and that's great. But I think this is Sauce Gardner's to lose. I mean, Hutchinson and Woolen looked great, but Sauce Gardner was like one of the best cornerbacks in football, regardless of being a rookie.
Sauce Gardner.
We're all on page for that one.
Yeah,
Saquon,
that.
yeah.
Mamba didn't speak.
Because
He
you
was
guys,
not-
I mean,
he was nodding
we're on
his
the-
head. He was ready. We're on the same
we're on the
page.
same wavelength, my guy.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
Oh, this one's tough.
Yeah, comeback player of the year: Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Geno Smith. Barkley, I don't think he's going to win it. I think it's between McCaffrey and Smith. And again, you're going to see a recency bias with McCaffrey or a holistic approach with Geno Smith. I think it should be the holistic.
I think it's
approach
gonna
this
be
time.
Geno.
Yeah, I think it should be Geno.
I think it should be Geno. I think it should be Geno.
Yeah,
I mean,
I definitely
McCaffrey. Would you really say he's a comeback player? Like he's always been good.
Injuries. That's
coming
why.
from so many injuries. People counted him out for injuries.
Wow, injuries. All
Yeah,
right, dude. Geno was fucking. People wrote Geno off, but he never wrote back.
That was good.
He never wrote back.
He never wrote back.
He never wrote back. All right. And then AP Coach of the Year, Brian Dable, Sean McDermott.
Sirianni.
Doug Peterson, Kyle
Sirianni.
Sirianni, Nick Sirianni.
Bro, Sirianni.
No,
I
I'll let
love
you guys
Sirianni.
go first.
I fucking love Sirianni.
Dable.
Dable,
It's either
really?
Dable.
It's either Dable or Peterson.
I'm surprised Doug Pearson's on here.
Yes.
Yeah, he took the Jags from last year being coached by
That's
Urban Meyer
true.
and not winning nothing but 3 games to now playoffs
Two
and
games.
getting to
Urban
the second
Meyer-
round.
But
Two
Remember,
games.
Urban Meyer only won 2 games. Doug Peterson was already up like second or third.
Because Urban Meyer was throwing the games because he hated Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence beat Ohio State
Hold on.
in the national
hold on.
championship.
Isn't this Sirianni's first year as Eagles head
No.
coach?
second.
Second.
Second. Motherfuck. Never mind.
And Sirianni went to the playoffs last year.
Why isn't, like, I get Sean McDermott on that because everyone loves Bills and Bills Mafia. Where is Dan Campbell?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Why is Sean McDermott on there and why is Dan Campbell not on there?
I would switch out Sean McDermott with Dan Campbell, and I would switch Nick Sirianni with the Vikings coach.
Oh,
O'Connell.
Yeah, O'Connell.
O'Connell.
Yeah, O'Connell. Yeah.
Yes, that is actually who I would replace of McDermott and Sirianni. Should not be on that list. It should be O'Connell and the Dan Campbell.
Yep. And then assistant coach of the year, Ben Johnson, Lions OC, D'Amico Ryan, 49ers DC, and Shane Station, Eagles OC.
Steichen.
I said D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah. No.
Is it
I'm saying how
D'Amico
you supposed to
Steichen,
how you
yeah.
supposed to say. Yeah, it's like a Germanic name. So to
D'Amico
see
Ryan
like,
has just been very good. Just how he built that defense in the Niners.
Yeah.
Like,
it could be Ryans or Johnson. Lions
give
had a
some
good
love
offense.
Give some love to the defensive coaches.
No, I wouldn't. It's either or for it's either
Yeah.
Ryans or Johnson. It's either Ryans or Johnson.
I mean, I can't believe that the Bengals DC isn't on this. What's his name?
I cannot agree.
Lou
with
Anarumo.
this.
Lou Anarumo. I can't believe Lou Anarumo is not on there, but
I would switch Steichen out for him.
Was Bengals defense really that amazing? Cowboys
Yeah,
defense
It
was
was
better.
good. I would
It
say
was
they're about
good.
the
It's
same.
not Niners. It's not
Oh
Niners.
no! But I would switch out Steichen with the defense coordinator for the Bengals.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, I think
We have
I
one
don't
Pro
agree.
Bowler. Every other defensive
I
name
don't-
has 2 or 3.
I don't entirely agree with that.
We have one Pro
Because-
Bowler. One.
because here's Steichen. Who does he have? He has Jalen Hurts. He has Miles Sanders. He has that O line. He has AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. You have to fuck up real bad to make them bad.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. Good point.
And this is from an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
saying that.
That about does it. As far as we won't give our predictions, but who do we want to win for this Super Bowl?
Eagles.
Macedon, I'm guessing Eagles.
No,
Oh,
he's a
Eagles
Kansas City
fly.
fan.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Also, fuck you, Divide,
Eagles.
for making emotes in the eighth line to
Eagles.
score.
If you picked Kansas City, Lob, I'd be like,
No.
mm.
Tune in and say all those people that doubted us and hated on us and thought we were going to lose this game. Yes, I did!
You're a fucking ugly bitch.
Go Birds! Go Birds!
Bro, I just want the Eagles to win, so Philly just gets burnt down again.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Well, we will discuss what our actual predictions are, but from everyone here at the Football Stooges, we definitely want the Eagles to win. We are not a fan of the Chiefs right now, especially me being a Bengals fan, and for the off the field Chiefs extracurricular activities. Anyway, can we check? Do we have a?
What?
I was referring to
comments.
Mrs. Mahomes and
comments.
Patrick
Comments. Muzzy, where are you?
Muzzy, where are you?
Muzzy, where are you?
Muzzy.
Adrian. Oh, you see the San Francisco fans actually put a San Francisco jersey on the Rocky statue
on Rocky. Yep.
I'm like, it's over. It's over. Philly's by 400. You can't do that. You don't mess with. Rocky.
I remember this. Philly. All right, Muzzy said, "Oh, please, baby, just give my Bills a running back next season and run the damn ball." And I said, "We here at the Football Stooges just like to ground and pound the football. We got to keep the D on their toes."
Yeah. We'll get into more of that when we do the AFC East coverage in the offseason. But yeah, I think definitely looking for a running back would be a great option. Maybe even Josh Jacobs. That'd be an amazing pair up with.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They would definitely need another lineman in the interior to be more of a brute smash mouth kind of guy because they have a lot of pass blockers, but we'll see. Yeah. Also, one thing I forgot to talk about that we need to talk about. Sean Payton officially signed a deal to be the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. So,
coach.
Let's ride.
Yeah, be the new coach for the Denver Broncos.
New coach.
Ryans.
What?
DeMeco Ryans is coach for Houston for 6 years.
Ryans,
yes.
Yeah. DeMeco Ryans is now going to be the coach of Houston, but Sean Payton is going to be the coach, but since he was kicked out of the NFL because of rules and is now allowed to return, he still has rights owned by the Saints, and the Saints made the Broncos give up a first and second round pick for Sean Payton. So
I'm surprised they still had rights on him.
They do.
How long was his fucking contract? God damn.
A while.
Yeah, it was a while.
It was a good amount.
Well, I got picks out of it.
They are trading 2 picks to the Saints, and the Saints are getting.
They got a first rounder and a swap or some shit like that.
First rounder and a swap to the Saints. And
hey, Saints actually have a first round now.
I don't understand how can the Broncos decide to give up a pick and $20 million to Sean Payton?
Because it's just how the ownership is over at Broncos.
Well, okay, no. You know who their picks were? They wanted DeMeco Ryans was one of their first.
You should probably restart and say it now.
Yeah. Guess whose Broncos first pick was? DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah.
They wanted too bad he's going to Houston.
Yeah, he's Houston.
And then they did try to go for Jim Harbaugh from Michigan.
I don't think Harbaugh's going to stay.
Yeah. And then Sean Payne. They think Sean Payne will help the offense, which actually is definitely much better than Nathaniel Hackett.
That is true.
And then Hackett. Didn't Hackett already get hired? Isn't he now
He's offensive coordinator for the Jets. That's why there's so much shit about Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets.
Oh my god.
I don't understand that at all. That is one of the teams I remember we talked about what teams Rodgers would go to, and we outlined 3 separate teams. The next day I saw CBS Sports report, these are the 3 teams most likely for Aaron Rodgers to go to, and they were the Raiders, the Jets, and possibly even the Ravens. I'm like, we all talked about those 3, so we're hitting the nail on the head. We're keeping up with CBS.
I don't think.
Let's go.
The Ravens are going to keep Lamar. There's no way they're
going to try a franchise tag. They're going to try a franchise tag.
Get a deal done. Why are you wasting time, Ravens?
I think he's gone. I think Lamar's gone. I want Lamar to be gone because I want the Ravens to be a laughingstock again, but we'll see.
I mean, you're a Bengals fan. It's just like just why I kind of laugh at the Cowboys letting Kellen Moore go and having Mike McCarthy calling play.
It's also, just wild.
Can we talk about how ugly this helmet looks?
Which helmet? Oh,
Not
There's
ugly.
no top bar. Look at this. Look at this.
I mean, it's probably
You
just
see, it connects in here. It's this visor that connects inside the helmet, and there's no top bar. It's so dumb. It looks. So
it
stupid. Like,
probably
this looks
holds
cool.
better. I mean, cool doesn't mean it actually works.
This works. People have been using this forever. People since LT have been using this helmet.
And also, it's Hassan Reddick. He's not a fucking wide receiver that needs to look in the sun.
Yeah, but at the same time, like it looks dumb. Anyway, yeah, we're getting off
Whatever.
track, and we've already been
Cool
at this for a
doesn't mean
while.
it works.
Um,
I'm utilitaristic. I play a field guard in Warhammer.
This has been
Got it.
another successful episode, per se, of the Football Stooges. This has been the conference championship wrap up and the end of the year awards predictions and coverage. We'll see you next week around this time when we are going to start covering the Super Bowl, talk about the keys to the game, what each team needs to do to win the Super Bowl, and to come away with the very coveted Lombardi Trophy. After that, we will still be doing the Football Stooges. We still plan to do weekly episodes. We'll do breakdowns for the off season. We'll do season recaps. I think the week after Super Bowl, we'll do a Super Bowl recap, really talk about it. We'll go in depth to that, the commercials, the halftime show, the Gronk kick of destiny. I would love to see it. Apparently there's going to be a Breaking Bad commercial. I'm excited for that. That sounds cool.
I might stream me freaking out about the Super Bowl during the game.
I don't know.
I probably won't be watching it on the big screen. So
we talked about having a Super Bowl party, but we're like in three. Mamba's like Midwest, I'm Midwest, and then Mastodon's like East Coast. So we talked about having
Mastodon's like city burning down.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! I'm in North Carolina right now.
Get
Should we
the
just
sticks, boys.
Should we all drive to Philly and just go to a bar and just watch it? With
I told my supervisor I'm taking that Monday off. He's like, "Do it. I don't care. Do it. Fucking do it." He's a Detroit fan.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to take any days off if I'm honest.
but yeah, the NFL should move the week back. They should have a 19 game regular season.
No,
2 bye week. No, 2 bye weeks.
That's
19 weeks, not 19 games. 17 games, 2 bye weeks.
Oh.
17 games, 2 bye weeks. That way, the Super Bowl is the Sunday before President's Day, and you get President's Day off.
Wait, people get President's Day off?
I think
I do.
President's Day. Yeah, most people get President's Day. It's
I
it's a
don't.
national holiday. Banks are off.
I don't. The fuck?
yeah, but
What
remember,
job do
I'm
you? What the
I work in IT, motherfucker.
IT?
Yeah.
That's the difference between like the blue
I'm
collar
fucking
jobs.
DOD. I'm DOD. I get fucking
Okay,
I get
Mr.
Juneteenth
Government
off.
man.
I get Juneteenth off.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, I don't get Juneteenth off yet.
You don't get Juneteenth off, really? That's awful. That is awful.
I work for an insurance company, all right?
I mean, okay, he can telework whatever he wants.
Yeah, I work from home. They told us we have to work from hybrid. I haven't gone in like 2 months.
I have to go in because what I have to do, there's fucking machines that's fucking bigger than my fucking living room. I'm being serious.
Man. All right. Well, again, we're hopping off track, but we'll go ahead and hop out of this podcast. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the podcast, YouTube video. Make sure to leave a comment if you want it answered. We'll do our best to answer any comments that we get. But yeah, enjoy football. It is winding down. You have 2 games left if you count the Pro Bowl.
Enjoy the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, enjoy the Pro Bowl. I don't know what to expect, but it's Eli and Peyton Manning. Someone's probably going to slip an F-bomb somewhere. But yeah, from the Football Stooges to you, enjoy football, run the damn ball, and fly, Eagles, fly. Have a good night.